Hey class, my name is Taquan Boyd, and my informative speech today is going to be on why wearing a face mask is important. And my name is Taquan Boyd. So, just imagine that a little cloth could have helped contribute to a lot of lives saved in this country in thousands. And the way that it could have helped contribute to a lot of lives being saved is at first we were told that we weren't supposed to wear the mask. There was a lot of confusion on whether wearing a mask was helping or not because we didn't have a lot of information on COVID-19 when it first came out. But after studies and stuff like that came out and we gained knowledge on the disease and the pandemic, we learned information such as COVID helps, wearing the mask helps stop the spread of COVID and stuff like that. And by stopping the spread, less people get infected, and by less people getting infected, we save lives. So just picture that, and that's my opening statements. A small piece of cloth around your nose and your face. If everybody would have been doing that from the start, we could have saved, hundreds or thousands of lives and people from getting this sickness and the symptoms that come before and after. So the three main points on why wearing a mask that I'm going to be focusing on in my speech today, the three main points about wearing a mask are important are wearing a mask lowers your risk of catching COVID, it benefits the community, and wearing face masks saves lives. Those are all three key points that I'm going to be focusing on in my speech as to why you should always, when you're out in public, at least while the pandemic is going on, why you should always wear a mask. Wearing a mask lowers your risk of catching COVID. So 4 out of 10 people, when they catch this disease, are asymptomatic. What asymptomatic means is that you don't feel the symptoms of when you first have it. So you might have COVID, you might be at the grocery store, and you might feel fine for 2 days, and you might not know that for those first initial days, you could have been infecting people and not have symptoms and stuff like that. But if you wear your mask, then you could have helped prevent those people from catching it. I view wearing a mask as just like the ultimate way of being considerate of others, because you might not feel that you have it and stuff like that. But if you wear it even when you don't feel symptoms, or when you wear it when you feel fine, just in case you have COVID, it's an ultimate protection, and it's a safety barrier for when you're out in public in places like the grocery store, and when you're out getting medicine, and when you're at work, you know what I'm saying? It's when you're at work and stuff like that, And that's how it ties into the next part of this as to where, wearing a face mask will benefit the community. And the reason why how it benefits the community is, like I said, when you're in crowded sections such as, if you have to be at work, we have plant workers, we have essential workers that have to be in crowded areas. By wearing your mask, even when you're asymptomatic, you stop people from getting it. I realized, early on, I seen a lot of places, like a lot of plant workers, like I live in Fayetteville, so it was a lot of people at like the Smithfield plant and stuff like that. Some of the very first people I seen infected were getting infected because of that, and I feel like a big part that contributed to that was our lack of knowledge on knowing to wear a mask and stuff like that. Really helped, spread the disease way faster because we weren't able to stop ourselves from catching COVID because people weren't wearing the mask and people weren't taking it serious. And there was also a lot of stuff, with social media and stuff like that involved to people not really taking wearing a mask serious. And it also benefits the community because you got to think about it from like this. The quicker we can get these numbers down, the quicker people can stop being hospitalized, dying, and catching COVID, is the quicker we can go back to, we can go back to school, we can go back to normal life, we can go to concerts and parties, we can go watch professional events like, fullback, watching the Super Bowl and stuff like that. And, by wearing a face mask, people stop getting infected and it benefits the community because we get to go back to an everyday normalcy. And ultimately, COVID, saves lives. Like as you look on the slide right here, daily, daily percentage it goes up to 0.7% daily of people not catching COVID when you wear the face mask. And over 20 days, that goes up to 1.9%. You know what I'm saying? Every 20 days, it goes down with people, and that goes down on the deaths as far as people not being hospitalized and stuff like that. So that just shows, you know what I'm saying, that over time wearing this mask, you know what I'm saying, will bring down the number of people getting infected, bring down the number of hospitalizations, and bring down the number of people dying from this disease. You know, and the best way to do that and the best way to ensure it, yeah, the face mask is not a vaccine, but the face mask is a preventive measure that lowers the risk of you catching COVID-19. And lastly, I just want to give a little bit of final remarks. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand that wearing a face mask, you know, can be hard sometimes. Like, I get it. Like, it's annoying to wear and stuff like that. But by wearing the face mask and stuff like that, you help not spread the disease. And everybody wants to go back to normalcy. Everybody in this country, to some extent, has been affected by whether you've had family members pass from it, you've had to delay events, you know, life events, you know, meeting up with family or anything like that. COVID-19 has left a devastating effect on a lot of people and a lot of families, and everybody to an extent has been affected by COVID in some kind of way. So with that being said, the way that we can get back to normalcy in this country is wearing the mask, doing things like in the images that I had with social distancing and stuff like that. By doing all of those things and wearing your face mask, each day we get a step closer to one less hospitalization, one less person being infected, one less person dying, and we become one step closer into us as a whole and us as a people not getting out of the pandemic and getting back to normalcy. My name is Taekwon Boyd, and this is why wearing a face mask is important.